Hi everyone. So what I have here is the fantastic alphabet of Master ES, who was an unidentified German printmaker, goldsmith, and engraver in the 15th century. And his alphabet consists of 23 letters, because alphabets then usually lacked a J, a V, and a W. And what you can see, well, actually you probably can't see it, I'm going to get a zoomed in one, but each letter is made up of an intricate kind of entanglement of creatures like men, mythical creatures, real creatures. So this one is F, for example, and we've got a man balancing on a weird kind of mongoose, holding up, I think, a lion that's licking a kind of griffin platypus who's rubbing butts with a dog. So they're all very fascinating. So what I've done is I've organised my poems into an alphabet, matching each letter, and they're kind of poems relating to kind of letters and manuscripts and making things. So all I need you guys to do is to give me a letter, and then that will dictate the order that we read the poems. M.
B.
Wait, we'll start with one. My memory is atrocious. So M. Oh great, and actually this one is kind of in honour of Master ES. Because it's about etching, and it could be in the studio of him. Enunciation. His name depends on the smooth scratch and burn. In our hands his reputation's end. We pick at the blanking sheet of wax, each outline etched to birth some new immaculate form, asleep beneath white. An angel thrusts his gift of lilies, Blessed Virgin, our patron's palace brocading the window, all yet buried from view. Exposure, dipping, and so to ink. Impressions, prints upon prints, disseminated black and white across the globe for judgment. We within these walls, audience to his original, the soul work, strokes and colour floods, the ache of paint on cloth, of scant worth, heirs of our labour's hours, the copies will proclaim him. The acid bites. Right, next up, was it a B, did someone say? Yeah, okay. But yeah, so this one's called The Bookworm, and it's a version of Riddle 47 from the Exeter book, so kind of Old English poem. The Bookworm. Yeah, it's a riddle which, actually in the Old English as well, it gives away its answer, so I don't even think it's a riddle, but anyway. The Bookworm devours words. How wondrous the reverse of crafting verse. This little grub wholly swallows up someone's song. What should exit the mouth, not enter it? A thief in darkness of ignorance, chewing up such rich rumination, a book's skeleton, its strong binding. The irony is this greedy insect, a guest who steals the silver, will never be one jot the wiser, having ingested the jottings. U. Oh, actually, yeah, so that was U, V, W, like they're kind of all blended because they didn't have a distinct one. So I went for W, which actually was written in response to the fantastic alphabet, so you guys are making good choices, and it's called Weasel Words. Red sheep, to swing a swan, fish out of flame, giddy pig in a shark's nest, sacred turkey, paper bird, whale of a tooth, mutt arsed, beast to death, badger with two backs, rat's nuts, serpent's time, tiger in hand, cold cow, jump the mare, flying goat, moth in water, cat song, black herring.
Z.
Z. So this one, and there are a few poems in here which were actually also a Sam Revere pamphlet, which was called Ornaments, and so each poem was related to typographical ornaments, so that appear in books, kind of adorning the page. So each one takes the name of a different ornament. So this one's the colophon, so it comes at the end, finite opus. Final flourish, crowning touch, last charge, summit reached, name of hide and gold. With her certain I will remain, malgré tout malheureuse. Mechanical art, automated reply, manuscript curse, end paper envoi. Ideo finit dicendo, blankness comes, the little book goes. Should really end there, but maybe we'll do one more. So,
A.
Okay, great, Atlas. So this was written after a painting by Nancy Spring, which is called The Dance, and it's in the shape of an A, and I was like, oh, well, lots of poems start with a letter, like, alliteration, but what about the end as well? So then I tried to do a beginning and ending A for each line. Anyway, you'll get the idea. Atlas. A as an aria, apologia. Accept my plea as a lingua ignota. Galactic glossolalia. Above I watch in panorama. Adopt a burden through each era. Archers all require almighty stamina. Afflicted by insomnia, regular melancholia, acute hypothermia, or other such phenomena, although rewarded too by circadian cornucopia. Audience to wild exuberance of astral extravaganza, astonished by the cosmic dance, nighttime's euphoria, and yet afflicted continually by one unanswered enigma. Anyone? Is anyone out there? Alone, I compose this fantasia. Arms unfold their embrace, and I lower just once to kiss the vista, as if I were the sun escaping its mantle of dust, settling into the sea. Thank you.